What is going on, YouTubeites? Your boy Tivo and Darkside Jedi
What
work
up?
from home today, so you know what that means.
I was
man.
off today. No working for
Oh,
me.
you were off? Oh,
Yeah.
man. I was.
Probably working home from tomorrow though.
Yeah, I
Or
got
working from home tomorrow.
I was sent a text message like 7 a.m. this morning. It just said, "Go ahead and stay home. We're gonna work from home for the rest of this week." I was like, "Okay." And I was actually looking forward to going to work because there was no traffic, you know. And I was
for
like,
once.
believe it or not, I was like, that's something I could really do. But let's kick it off for you boys and girls the way we like to do.
Bust it. Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.
Hold on and get some, boys.
And since CoronaVirus Jedi is with us, holy shit! Look who else is with us. Yo,
This just in.
This just in.
Released
inmate 365743663. Welcome
from
to
Cell
Lords of the
Block
Long Box.
4.
Ooh, I am in the house, everybody. What's up?
Yo.
Man, this thing could go on for 7 hours straight.
24 hours. YouTube. Uh-oh.
I don't know what I cannot. I'm done. I can't watch TV. I read the comics. I'm just bored. Man, no sports. ESPN is just a well, you know what? Thank God the NFL free agency started today, so they could talk about something. I mean, we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about some stuff that we found on CovrPrice.com as well. By the way, the show is sponsored by CoronaVirus-Comics.com. Go to I don't even know why they're sponsored because we're just wasting bullshitting some time, but check out Kairos Comics and help them out since they're on-time online retailer and WonderCon has been canceled. So go to KairosComics.com, go to exclusives, go to Kairos Comics exclusive, use the discount code of LOTLB, and you got 15% off the books that they were going to have exclusively for WonderCon. Also, our friends at the Geeky Swag Shop, check them out. Use discount code LOTLB and get 15% off an NY Warrior shirt. If you already have a Lord shirt, go buy an NY Warrior shirt. You know what I'm saying? Also, the show has brought us our friends at Rocket Comics. I think yesterday I talked about it briefly that they are still working on getting SIGs. As soon as everything works out, they got a full list of people that you'll be able to get signatures from. Don't mention the Lords of the Long Box. Get 20% off your first pressing order, be it 1 book or 20 books, and then 10% after that.
I got a book I'm going to send over there.
They just did one.
It has a huge. I think it'll get a really big bump. I'll show y'all later.
Oh, is it from your Torpedo Mystery Box?
No.
All right. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Azores Tigers, Daniel Ibarra, Victoria Page says, I'm so bored. Well, we're here to excite you, Victoria. We'll do whatever we can. Lana Espinoza, I shipped out your books today. Matter of fact, I went by the post office. It was dead. No line at all. It was awesome.
Really?
Shout out to Dave in the Cave, Model Vault, Al Picknell, JLS Comics holding it down with the wrench. Chris Barrett, Bullseye Comic Books, Hella Comics. What's up, brother? I was watching Hella Comics, had a live thing going on yesterday. He was watching Infinity War live. That was pretty cool. Not enough of a hot ass wife on there, but you know what? Maybe next time she'll be on there because we saw too much of you. Just kidding, brother. Johnny Dakota, as I said, Eric Martins, Mark Spector Comics, Vin Vitti. 38 people watching. Appreciate it. It's like 1 p.m. Pacific on a fucking Monday, so I wasn't expecting it. Born, I told you, man. I was gonna go live every day until normalcy got back, and we're here.
I mean, this is a pretty good, damn good Monday, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's about to rain here, and about 4 or 5 o'clock. It's supposed to rain all night long. So I went to the post office today to drop off the books, and then I went to the supermarket, and the lines weren't crazy. I mean, the shelves were missing some things, but for the most part, you still get like frozen pizzas, hot pockets, and you can survive.
Go back to the college days. Some ramen noodles.
Ramen, right? There was, but
all the ramen was sold out, dude.
Oh,
all the ramen was sold out.
All the ramen was sold out. All the mac and cheese was sold out. all the chicken thighs, chicken breasts, all that stuff. But you know what was very funny? In my area, we might not have a lot of Irish people because there was so much corned beef. You'd have enough corned beef for a year.
Corned beef hash, yo.
Corned beef. There was so much corned beef in the meat section that I grabbed a couple of them.
So I was able to buy like 2 loaves of bread. I bought some turkey, some cheese. Boom! I'm having turkey and Swiss sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? That's the way we roll. Now, you know what? But I could have went to drive-through and Jack in the Box and all this stuff. But I went and looked at my movie theater, AMC theaters. They were still selling tickets today because I thought they had closed all theaters down. But as of right now, you can still get a movie ticket to go see it. For those who didn't see, I posted it yesterday. I posted my review of Bloodshot.
Very good review, by the way.
Not bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. Not my review. I'm talking about the movie, but my
a little
review
bit of
was
both,
pretty
though.
good.
I thought
Actually,
your review was good. I thought the review was good. You didn't really spoil it, but you had a lot of good stuff. And especially, I think you made a great point at the dollar amount that the movie was made for and what you saw for special effects, which was great.
$45 million is all it cost to make Bloodshot, which is amazing to me. I thought it looked, and it was pretty heavy on special effects too. Very Iron Man-ish.
Okay.
There's certain characters in there that remind you of the Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man, and also the Vulture, or excuse me, Dr. Octopus.
All right.
And there's a man in a chair. There's a man in a van. The man in the van, you know, the kind of support team is kind of fun. And what's interesting about it, you don't have to know anything about Bloodshot or Valiant Universe because they don't, you know, good or bad news for you.
Awesome.
You know,
awesome because I don't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And basically, it's Dom being Bloodshot. He's just done so many Fast and Furious movies. That's Dom.
Really? It was more Dom than it was Pitch Black. You remember when he did Pitch Black and stuff? What was his character in Pitch Black?
Oh, Riddick.
Riddick.
Oh, Riddick. Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was still about family too, because it was about his wife. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but you know, man, talking about bad timing that movie got for the release though. That and Onward.
Were you the only one in the theater?
No, there was about 10 other people.
When you took that picture, it was just
there was only 2 people in that theater at that time, and then eventually 10 other people showed up. So that's still pretty empty because they're only selling 50% capacity. Because my worst fear was, it always happens to us, is we sit in an empty theater and then somebody sits right next to you. You're like, what the fuck? Did you not see? Do you need to be that perfectly centered?
Like 25 chairs.
Yeah, so then we learned that just sit on the aisle, the edge, and nobody will fuck with you unless it's a full movie. But if you're in the middle, somebody's gonna in an empty theater, somebody has to sit in the middle too. It's absolutely ridiculous. But share some news that my man Mikey Sutton just laced up on me. So let's do. I guess we can do this. And it's not good news though, but you know it's news. So we're gonna bust out my man.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Yes, wow. We got the news came in and just swiped. Auto got snapped. He just disappeared. So what? My man Mikey Sutton just told me that he's hearing from his folks from inside Disney Marvel that Black Widow. They're talking about postponing it. Right now, it's got a release date of April 24th. Today is March 16th. So obviously, they don't want to ruin it. The release, there's a lot of money that's riding on this, so it looks like they may.
It makes sense. If people aren't going to theaters, why not? I mean,
yeah. So Black Widow may be postponed back. There's been quite a few other things that have been postponed. The good news is, I guess, in Mulan, the actual Chinese people were looking forward to it, and they're kind of happy that it got postponed because now it would be a worldwide release where people and folks in China and the U.S. can both see it at the same time. So there's that. But that's pretty interesting, man. Because let me see what else. There's a bunch of stuff got postponed, and I mean, it really doesn't make any sense if they have all this. Would you just say that that New Jersey was in martial law, or what did you say?
I saw on the news that they're under a curfew at 8 p.m.
No shit.
Yeah,
because I know starting today in Southern California. LA, at least for sure, LA Unified District, which is the huge school district. All the kids are off school for at least 2 weeks. Yep. Tons of people.
All our kids, they announced here all schools closed until like April 12th or some shit.
Yeah, because kids are the worst, man.
I'm working from home until the 5th. They got a lot of people working from home.
Yeah. So while we're at it, I'll give you guys another news scoop here. But yeah, kids are the worst, man. They are just fucking petri dishes full of disgusting stuff. So if you think your kid isn't, then you're wrong. But all kids do is just sneeze each other, wipe boogers, and just they're just cesspools. So just keep them away from the old people. Here's another thing, piece of news that it's been minor news. I mean, we didn't really talk about it, but this happened yesterday, man. I think we have talked about this on the past, that Power Girl was on our long-term spec list that we got from, I think it was a Black Knight. We had I remember the issue, right? Because we were talking about Power Girl was on the long-term spec list, right? Well, it looks like that is moving forward now. So moving from the long-term spec list to now spec list. Power Girl is flying to the CW. Power Girl has been discussed at the network for several years now. Initially scooped her arrival secretly in 2015, but insiders are telling me that talks are getting serious with Power Girl making her debut on Supergirl. So there you go. Sweet. So Power Girl will be coming over to Supergirl. Let me see. Previously, Power Girl was being talked about for live action Kingdom Come on HBO Max, and that hasn't been tossed out yet either. Most likely Power Girl will debut on Supergirl maybe by next season. So how cool is that? So
if I watched Supergirl, I would be excited about it.
Yeah,
I'll probably watch it for that. I'll see what they do. But if it's on that show, there's no way she's got that diamond in her uniform.
I don't even think it makes it to the big screen on any iteration, because that costume would I don't think that would no way. I mean, because you got Wonder Woman talking about women empowerment, and
right.
Supergirl talking women empowerment, then you're just gonna have Power Girl.
So no Adam Hughes cover looking costumes.
No, I don't think so. So there you go. That's the news today. Black Widow getting postponed, and the Power Girl is going to be coming to CW. It makes sense because she's Superman's cousin,
but from like Earth 2 or some shit.
Yeah, because that's his second cousin then, right? Because isn't Supergirl his cousin as well?
Supergirl's his cousin, yeah.
But this is an alternate.
She's the alternate Earth cousin, yeah. Earth 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah. Shout out to Gemini Flagon, Nick Arcia from Heroes of Con. So there was an interesting thing that our friends over at CovrPrice.com do. And they call it I'll tell you exactly what they say. A year ago this month. So basically, everybody always talks about spec books, what's hot this week, but they never go back and talk about their spec books from a month ago, let alone a year ago. So I want to talk about this. Let me share this, and so you guys can see it, man. So this is the week in review, and this talks about books that were. Ever wonder what happened to those comics that were hot a year ago? With all the sales data CovrPrice collects, you don't have to now. It's time for another look back at how the hot comics of February of 2019 stood against the test of time. Some are you going to love this, and some of you guys are going to hate this, depending on how much you paid for it.
Right.
Yep. First up is this uber rare variant, man.
Little Delgado action.
Yeah, this variant is, I wish Justin was on here, he could talk about it.
Yeah.
This is Amazing Spider-Man number 667, the 1 in 100 Gabriel Delgado variant from 2011. And this was on the list from a year ago. 1 year ago, we chatted about this variant in our newsletter when a raw copy hit a huge $8,500.
Wow.
This Delgado book skyrocketed the artist to his current popularity and has proven to be very hard to come by. So this may be one of his early ones. Cut to February 2020 with an elusive CGC 9.8 sold for a massive $20,000. February 2020, that book sold. This spider fucking book right here sold for $20,000 and a 9.8. At that amount, one could buy this or Hulk 181 CTC 9.6 and still have $7,000 left over.
God. What?
Oh, okay. So what did we learn? That ASM 667 is the king of modern books, period. Not just in variants. What did we learn? Well, not much. This book isn't typical, and the majority of us will never own it. However, it's just sure fun to watch as its sales go up and up. I don't have this. I remember the Spider Island series.
I mean, it's a cool cover and everything, but damn, $20,000.
$20,000 for a 9.8. That's got to be like, If you look on eBay right now, you can probably find it for cheap, but not a 9.8. But still pretty elusive, man. It's still pretty elusive. Next up, Game of Thrones number 17. Mile High Lucio Perillo variant from Dynamite Comics in 2013. 1 year ago, last year, this sold for $104 as we headed into a highly anticipated last season of the Game of Thrones. You can expect where this is going. At its height, it hit $200 raw in June of 2019. Raw copies have pretty much disappeared. However, a CC 9/8 did pop up and had big asking prices. With Game of Thrones completed, as we know of, it's hard to say what this variant will do moving forward. What did we learn? Timing is everything.
I've heard that before.
Yep. The highest sale ever for this book at the peak of the show was released last season. The CGC 9.8 sold this past December 2019 for the low price of $81. It looks like the bubble may have burst for that. I mean, it's timing. You know, everybody knew that the Game of Thrones was ending.
Right.
Yet it's still there. Let's see what happened to Otto. Okay, he's still he didn't even tell us anything. He just like, so everybody say hello to Otto. And by the way, if you guys have any questions in the live chat, feel free to ask us and we'll try to answer to the best of our ability. I got my man Mikey Sutton on retainer too. So if you have any questions in regard to anything about spec,
somebody earlier I saw asked about Norman Osborn and Spider-Man 3.
Norman Osborn and Spider-Man 3. And let's see. I don't think that's happening. Well, yet. I think the last we heard, we talked about Spider-Man 3 was going to be the Sinister Six with Norman Osborn maybe showing up later on. But I just asked Mikey. Mikey said there is no Norman Osborn in Spider-Man 3. Any updates on the Moon Knight series? Asked Mark Spector Comics. I wonder why Mark Spector Comic is interested in that. I think there's been delays in production along with pretty much all things Disney Plus because especially on the Moon Knight series, they are filming stuff in, I want to say like North Africa, like exotic locales. And so obviously any shows that have, even shows that are production in Atlanta are being delayed. And Atlanta is a huge, have a huge studio for productions. That's why so many things are filmed in Atlanta. All those are being held. But no, as far as I know, everything's being held back because they have some exotic locales in Moon Knight, obviously, because their ties to Egypt and all that stuff. Who is Bale playing in Thor 4? That's a good question.
It's a tongue twister.
There are rumors. They've been pretty tight-lipped on it. We reported that it was going to be, I've seen somebody has recently say Gore, the God Butcher. Some people was like saying Dario Agger. We were told it was going to be either Beta Ray Bill or somebody else. And it was going to be a mocap. We know that it's going to be mocap. So a heavily CGI character. But right now it's been incredibly tight-lipped, hey, there's Otto. He's back.
Welcome back.
He's on the screen. Look at him.
This guy.
He just tried to sneak back in.
And then Otto just comes over to this guy and he's like punches him in the face for no reason. I don't know, Tim. It was weird, dude.
Who did Otto punch? Any update on the Gambit series? Nope. They're starting. They're just starting to get characters they want to use. That's why we have a Gambit long-term spec list. So we got to think it's early in production that they want to do everything. If you've been noticed, there's a heavy lockdown on Bale right now. They are keeping that role super secret. Unfortunately, I mean, scoops in general have been pretty quiet. And that can only mean a couple things. One, they're gearing up to make huge announcement to San Diego Comic-Con. Put it this way, if you guys remember last year, San Diego Comic-Con and D23 happened back to back. This year there is no D23. D23 happens every 2 years. So last year they had San Diego Comic-Con and they remember they split it up. They did half their stuff at San Diego Comic-Con and the rest they announced at D23. Well, there is no D23 this year. So if they want to make all the announcements, they have to do it all at San Diego Comic-Con.
There may not be anything this year.
Yeah, it would take a lot to cancel San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, it's only back in July and there's so much money involved in that for just the
we'll be good.
San Diego, Hollywood, everything. I mean, it would be tough, man.
Nuts. So I want to tell you what I did today, you guys. Can I tell you what I did today? Let me tell you what I did. Sure. I went on CovrPrice.com for the first time, and I thoroughly enjoyed that app. All right. So for you guys don't know, on the last few minutes of the basement show, I did an unboxing from C2E2. And what I'm going to do is I had a lot of books cracked. I had a lot of books that went up in grade, and I had a lot of books. I had one book go down, actually. And what I'm going to do is, while I'm home for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do a video showing the economics of what I spent for the book and what I got back out of it. So I thought the app was real easy to use. I typed in, the book and the grades, and it gave me the high sale, the average sale. It was just a really, really cool app to use as far as getting data from. So just really neat. And so just give you an idea, my Batman 121, Mr. Freeze, was a 3.5. And what I did was, when I was looking at these books and when I was talking to Rocket Comics, I looked to see where I had the old cases, not the old label, but the old cases. And I sent Rocket Comics like 8 books. He said, Ev, he goes, 6 of them would be good. The other ones you might take a hit on, so don't do those, which I really appreciate. And my Batman 121 went from a 3.5, right, to a 4.5. And awesome. Yeah, and dollar amount, that's over $800 in GPA pricing. You know what I mean? So that was an $800 bump minus what I paid to have it cracked, what I made, so let's say $60 to $80 for the on-site grading for that. So, that was a great move. And I'm going to do a video for that just to show you guys how pretty neat it was. But yeah, it was a great time. So good stuff.
All right. Stuff, I got some breaking news. Look at that. Go live.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
All right.
Never gets old.
I just got word that Marvel is working on a Daredevil TV series. Charlie Cox will be returning to reprise the role as Matt Murdock, and Disney wants to keep it more R-rated, so it's not going to be on Disney Plus. It's going to be
awesome.
It's either going to be on Hulu or Hulu or FX. I don't know if you guys have watched, but what we talked about, the FX stuff going to Hulu, has happened. Right, it's called FX on Hulu. Essentially, a day after a show is on FX, it goes on to Hulu. And then Hulu also has a new show called Devs, I think, which is I was watching. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch Dave. That show is freaking hilarious. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the rapper named Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky has his own show, and it's absolutely hilarious. And it's on FX, and it's on you can catch it on FX Hulu the next day. Absolutely hilarious. Definitely R-rated. Let me see. I'm getting more stuff here.
So how does that work? I thought they couldn't do anything because of the Netflix thing or whatever.
Well, no, that's why I'm saying it's development. They 2 years by the time the last
that window must be closing, right, Tim? I mean, that was 2 years.
When did Daredevil season 3?
My God. Almost 2 years ago. Yeah, I was a huge fan of that.
Well, they can start planning for it now and stuff like that, but it's still on Netflix. Moon Knight will. So Moon Knight on Disney Plus is not going to be as R-rated as people were hoping for. They were hoping for like the Finch violent version of Moon Knight. It's going to make up for an R-rated material is going to be more weird than it will violent. So that strikes into him going possibly crazy and the mystical side of Moon Knight, as opposed to the more current iterations where they kind of take all the mysticism out of Moon Knight and it's no longer Fish of the Khonshu. Remember, he got more, I wouldn't say powerful, but there'll be a lot of Egyptian mysticism involved, and that's where our girl Glyph comes into play. She has a role in the Egyptian mythos in Moon Knight. So all the Moon Knight stuff is being planned right now. They want to do Daredevil, keep it R-rated, because I think Charlie Cox really is the only one that people would really lose their shit over if they replace, right? Nobody cares about Coulter's Luke Cage. Nobody gives a damn about Finn Jones playing Iron Fist. Finn Jones, curly-haired fuck Fridays, but nobody would give a damn if they replaced him. And I think it's gonna happen. I think the spec we had on that was Iron Fist was gonna make his debut in Shang-Chi Part 2. Yeah. Some photos started leaking from Shang-Chi, and then the director came out and had to self-quarantine himself because apparently Australia is kind of a breeding ground for it. I mean, Tom Hanks and his wife, and now the director of, because right now they're filming Shang-Chi in Australia. If you just haven't found out, Hemdahl himself, the all-seeing, didn't see the coronavirus coming. Idris Elba right, tested positive for the coronavirus. So that's not good. I mean, I guess Hemdahl doesn't see everything. So I just got confirmation from Mikey Sutton, Iron Fist will return, and it's definitely not Finn Jones. So we definitely asked specifically, Charlie Cox will be coming back as Daredevil, though, for whatever TV. He's not going to make a big screen. He may have a cameo on the big screen, but he's not his own show. I think Daredevil is best made for streaming or TV, right? The character that he is, I think it's better off. He's not as bigger than life, but I think it's gritty, street level lawyer, procedural type show. They can definitely do that. Chad Crow, thank you for the $8 super chat. Will Nova get a solo film? Ooh. Yes. Nova will get 3 films. Trust me, Nova is coming. It's the worst kept secret in the world. But yes, Dick Ryder will be riding onto the big screen eventually. And it's going to be Dick Ryder, not Sam Alexander. Sam Alexander's already on the cartoon, so they could definitely use Dick Ryder on the screens. Everybody say Dick Ryder one time. Yeah. So let me ask my friend Mikey. Yep. There's going to be a Nova trilogy, a solo film trilogy. This is a perfect character for Marvel going to the cosmic way. James Gunn teased it. I think some other people tease it. I mean, everybody knows it's coming, man. So just stock up on Nova #1. I think
I know somebody has. Shit, Justin.
Yeah, and I thought I had a lot. I had 6 copies. I think Justin has more than I do.
You have 6 copies right now, Tim?
I have 4 slabs and 2 raws. Yeah, I have 6.
Damn, I got none. I'm 0.
And I got some.
What about you?
I think I have 3 or 4.
Damn, I'm late to the party.
And I'm gonna there's a Marv Wolfman signing coming up eventually for Rocket Comics, so you can get those Nova #1 signed by Mr. Marv Wolfman, man.
So speaking of Rocket Comics, I just grabbed Rocket Comics Candidate, and Otto, after your experience with that 121, I'm really excited about this. So this is my Candidate. Now it's an old label 3.0,
right?
But look at this. This is where I think I'm going to get my money. Look at that spine roll.
Oh my God, he could fix that.
That is going to go up. What would you say? That's full grade, everybody, at least?
Point. Absolutely.
Oh man, look at that horrible spine roll on that. Damn, the pages aren't even lined up on the back.
Nope.
Yeah.
So
I could use the cleaning too. I already see a smudge in the back of the cover. I could probably use a cleaning. That or your.
And let me try to get close.
All right, Rags 718 bids $1. Go ahead, let's start bidding on that.
Let's go. All right, $1.
Shout out to Chad Crow, $2.
Anyway,
for Otto to get a
wait. I have a book for sale, you guys.
Well, put it on Otto.
All right. Well, hey, impromptu auction. Anybody wants to buy it? Omega Mint. Hey, where's that X-Men lot? Throw it up, Otto.
Somebody bought that while I was
You want to auction this right now?
Yeah, let's auction it right now. Anybody interested?
Right. Boom. That's the way we're doing it, y'all. That's the way we're rolling. Live auction for this first appearance of Lobo.
Yep.
While you build that up, one more thing. No Wildstorm plans for DC at the moment. And another Netflix kind of adjacent thing. Johnny Bernthal will return as the Punisher, most probably on FX. Moon Knight will reference the Punisher. I'm assuming that they will make the tie that they were both in the military together, because if you know Mark Spector, he was a mercenary, and that Moon Knight will reference Frank Castle, and Bernthal will return to FX or Hulu as the Punisher. You cannot put the Punisher on Disney Plus. Never, right?
No.
All right.
What's the starting bid on this, Otto?
Oh, we're already up to 25. Chad,
is this really an auction?
This is it. $25.
Oh, well, hell yeah, everybody. All right, let's start bidding on this baby. We're at $25.
$25 to Chad Crow.
Presents real well, we're
not bullshitting, guys. This is a real impromptu auction.
Absolutely. We got
You never know what you're going to get live on Lords of the Long Box.
$26 to Daniel Ibarra.
All right, there we go. And
all right, fuck it. I'll grab some books too. I don't care.
All right, Mark Spector at 30. There we go. So I shipping on this, you guys, will be medium flat rate. Manny Diaz and Mark Spector. I got you guys both.
Chad Crow. Hi, Chad. You're a little bit too late there. Manny Diaz is in at 30. Let me.
Yeah, 30. There we go.
I got it.
Otto's just jonesing because he didn't get in on our action on.
I didn't. But you know what? Shout out to the community because guys reached out to me after our preview video, and I did sell that.
Eddie Gomes, let me smash that rumor right now. That shit is bunk as fuck. Somebody reported Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill to both be in Spider-Man 3. No, that's not happening.
All right, so we're
Put
at
this way, some of those scoop sites are just bored. They have no info, so they're just speculating. I believe that was taken off a 4chan board, so it's really bad. There was another YouTube channel, I think Everything Always. Dude, they took something from not even a real Twitter account and went with it. It was Roger Waddell, and it was a fake Roger Waddell account, and they did a whole YouTube video, and then other people you do YouTube videos off it. Just awful. But go ahead, man. So where we at right now? High bid is at.
Two guys are tied at 30, I think. So let me go back.
High bid is Mark Spector at $30. $30.
So first Lobo 9/4 solid book, great colors.
This is a real auction, guys. Come on, come on in. Monday night auction.
That's it.
Impromptu, baby.
Impromptu. You never know what you're gonna get here. So that's it. And I'm happy.
$31 to Daniel Ibarra.
All right, there we go. Let's see.
35 just DK3 Comics DK.
All right, you never know.
Action here.
Yep. Stack 'em, jack 'em, flack 'em.
Jack 'em, jack 'em, flag 'em.
Stack 'em, jack 'em.
35. We got some anybody interested in some we hit 40. I'll throw in some
damn, he was really jonesing, huh?
A little Silver Age Spider-Man right there.
Inmate 36574363. Don't fuck around.
That's it. Well, you know what? I missed the party. You know, a little bit of a rough couple of days.
So how much more to get those Spider-Man books thrown in?
$40, man. $40.
$40 and you get those two Spider-Man books.
Yeah.
$4.
These are reader copies, you guys. These are just books. So yeah, Chad Crow, don't forget Go Fund for Otto. Yeah. Nova #1. So we hit $40.
Can't go wrong for two Silver Age Spider-Man books for $4.
Yeah, all right. We're ready to rock.
100 to Red Matos.
Are you
is that
really 100?
Red Matos, somebody that's bought from us before.
It looks familiar, but
yeah, I've seen him in auctions before.
Okay. All right, Red Matos might be walking away with this.
Peace out, Chad. Have a good day.
Yeah. All right, Red Matos is at 100. It's a good price for these books, and I'm gonna throw in something else. Matos, I got some other things I can throw in.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's how you drop a hammer for sure.
That's it. Fold.
For
all right.
sure.
I don't need some phone money. I know
What's up, 90?
Yeah. All right. Let me see. So, all right, Red Matos, if you win this, I will also send in some other books for you. I got some other things that I can send in. I've been sitting on. So, yeah, man. All right.
Put your PayPal in the live chat.
Yeah, let me put it in the live chat. All right.
Well, that escalated quickly. Congratulations, Red Matos.
All right.
Anything you want to auction, Ryan, or Otto? You still need
more
stuff?
winner. I put it in my PayPal. Comment when you're ready to win. Okay, when you're ready to send it, or when you send
Ryan, you got some stuff too.
I mean, I could do it.
I think Otto does. The Otto is jonesing. So go ahead, Otto, if you want to.
So you know what? I sold my other stuff. I sold 2 other lots that day, so I'm good right now. Selling that Lobo was all I had. So let me put my whatchamacallit.
That was crazy. Is True Marvel in negotiation with John Krasinski to direct a movie? Yeah, and there was rumors about that, and then John Krasinski said, "I wish." So it's still Krasinski and Emily Blunt has been the dream casting to be Reed Richards and Sue Storm. And I think it'll happen. There's enough noise.
Hold on. Time out. Red Mata says he was bidding for Action Comics. That was not what was for sale.
Oh.
All right, let's go back to it then. I think $40 was a bid right after that. So continue bidding from $40 on if you're still interested.
All right.
Manuel Diaz at $40.
Manuel Diaz at $40.
We're back in it. All right. Thanks for the clarity. All right.
We just had Otto holding up 3 books. It wasn't very obvious.
So yeah.
Yeah, guys. Right now, there's really quiet before the storm for news dropping. So 45 to CK3 45. Comics DK.
Right. Let me see what else I got.
Oh, come on, man! You're not prepared.
No, I wasn't. To be honest with you. That's about it. Let's see. We'll see. But whatever, whoever does bid on this, whoever wins it, I will send you some stuff. I got a lot of stuff hanging around, good stuff too. So
45, this CK3.
All right, CK3. Thank you very much. So I think now that we're back in, why don't we just Woody Warren? All right, 50.
Show the books.
50. You're right. All right, so we've got these right here. We got that. We've got the Lobo. We got some nice Silver Spider-Man. Let me go get some other stuff. We're at 50 right now. I'll let you guys talk. All right.
I got some more breaking news for you guys. You guys just stick around.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
And because this is Star Wars related news, let's drop it. Breaking. Rise of Skywalker's the director's cut of Rise of Skywalker will be released on Disney Plus.
Ooh.
There you go.
When?
So not only will you get a director's cut, I don't know if there will be a DVD's director's cut, but there will be a Disney Plus. No, not a date yet, but I would imagine soon. I just posted it on the Lord's Facebook page. That was very, very interesting because of all the coronavirus news, and I'll read it to you right here. This is coming from Deadline, that basically said that there was going to be movies that are in the theaters right now are going to be getting VOD releases sooner than later. I mean, like really soon, as in this Friday. And VOD means on demand. For those.
That's a amazing marketing idea. Release all these things early, get the views. People will buy them. They're going to be at home. It's brilliant.
So Universal is making The Invisible Man, The Hunt, and Emma available in home on Friday as exhibition braces for shutdown. So Trolls sequel to hit cinemas and VOD Easter weekend. So Trolls sequel, you can see that in the movies and on demand. So The Invisible Man I saw was a pretty damn good movie, actually, by the way. The Hunt is in theaters right now. You may be able to see The Invisible Man still. It only came out like a month ago. And they're going to be available for a suggested price of $19.99 each. So this is really going to test that market of, straight to VOD release as opposed to theatrical release, or both simultaneously. The only reason they've kind of been hesitant about this in the past is the level of piracy. When you release something streaming or VOD, it's easy for them to, but so this will really test the market. If people want to stay home and they'll pay $20 to buy the movie, because The Hunt is still in theaters right now. And Invisible Man may still be in some theaters in some places. Was somebody asking about Liam Neeson? No. To debunk a rumor, there is no Liam Neeson as Beta Ray Bill. So there you go. Sorry, back to the auction, man. I think we're at
we were at 60, and I don't really have anything else to throw in. So CK3, you're the winner, but trust me, you'll get more than those 3 books when I send it out to you. So I just got a lot of stuff everywhere, and I'll put together a nice package for you. I appreciate you guys.
So did he win?
Yeah, he won. All
right. Awesome. All right. Congratulations. I think we have a question in the live chat from Maz Electra. What is the best collector pricing site? I use CLZ for collection, but was looking for to Go Collect or CovrPrice. I suggest CovrPrice. Go Collect seems to be a lot of opinion pieces. CovrPrice is more sales data driven, and they pull it from multiple sources. It's like our old friends at comicsmv.com. They were a data aggregate, and they pulled true sales data for all slab price copies. So they pulled it from eBay, Heritage Auctions, Comic Link, and Comic Connect. Same with our friends at CovrPrice. They pull data from multiple sources online. So, I would say CovrPrice is a great place if you want to use, and CovrPrice is great because it not only a comic book management tool to keep the library of all your comics. And by the way, I was able to successfully export my CLZ database and have it imported into coverprice.com.
Really?
when that feature becomes public, we will tell you guys about it. But they did it specially for me because I'm special. No, I was kind of like their beta tester for this. It's something they've been working on, and it's
Their
going
beta ray build tester.
The beta ray build tester. So I was able to do it. I logged in. I was like, why is my thing already worth $30,000? Only put 4 comics in, but then it took all my raw copies, and there was only about 80 that didn't go, and that's out of 1,000 comics. I'm more than 1,000, but really I only put comics that I consider valuable parts of my collection into CLZ. I don't put everything in there. But very soon it's great for pricing, and then it'll keep, and it does what Comic MV used to do. Remember that? It would show you this is what all your comics are worth, and this is how, kind of like your what is that, stock portfolio? Mm-hmm. It tells you how it's performing, prices going up, percentage going down, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So it's raw and slabs.
Correct. Yeah. So awesome. They pull raw data. They use my comic shop, eBay, stuff like that. So raw data is a little bit iffy sometimes. Most times they just do it with modern near mints because it's kind of hard. It's subjective to say this is a Bronze Age, VF. We don't know that. It's whatever the seller is putting it. So I miss Comics MV too, Jesse. They are moving on to other things though. So they showed me what they're doing. I'm pretty excited about it. I can't wait to talk about it. But right now it's hush hush. It's Agent Orange. You know what I'm saying? It's super, super, super quiet. That's good. It's nice to have a collector series where we just talk to the people. You guys have any questions about comic book collecting, comic book movie news? I got my man Mikey Sutton on retainer, so he can answer any spec rumors that you may have heard right now. I think the most recent one I read was Squadron Supreme.
Right.
Did you guys read that? Let me ask Mikey about that, because I think we had Squadron Supreme on our long-term spec list.
We did. Power Girl too, right?
Yep.
You know what? Someone asked if Mephisto was coming.
Yes.
I got my book. So I think y'all should too.
Yes.
Spec book alert.
It's a nice, I like that grade for that book.
So let me go grab my 7.8.
We got a $5 super chat from the NY Warriors. They want us to know that because of the coronavirus, NY Warriors auction will remain Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Also, Chilling with the NY Warriors will be tonight at 10 p.m.
There you go.
All right. So
just
a lot of things
stay
happen.
with us, because we're going to go up until 9:59 p.m. Eastern. Jai Courtney is Hercules. That's interesting. No, I have not heard that. But yeah, check out the NY Warriors. God, how come you guys, because of coronavirus, why you guys can't do it on Friday? Haven't heard anything about Jai Corona playing Hercules. But if you want to see an awful Hercules, go see Jason Momoa playing Hercules. That was awful. Before Hercules, or before Jason Momoa was Aquaman, he was awful as
I just watched The Bad Batch, which wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed it. It was on.
Really?
For those don't know, he's talking about the Clone Wars.
No,
what?
I'm talking about the movie The Bad Batch. It's Jason Momoa. It's got
because in the Clone Wars, aren't they called the Bad Batch?
I think maybe. I don't remember.
That's what I said. How I find
it's like this post-apocalyptic like desert prison, and they're like this cannibal tribe. Then there's this other crazy like raver LSD tribe that's led by
shout out to Jack B for the $5 super chat for
Keanu Reeves. So it's a decent movie.
A decent movie. You know what I'm watching right now on DC streaming, which by far everybody is the Poison Ivy cartoon. This is so over the top. How much is expensive?
What you mean, Harley Quinn?
Yeah, that's what I meant. What did I say? Poison Ivy? Yeah, because Poison Ivy is the secondary character, and she just goes crazy over it. And it's just awesome. All the characters that they brought in, Bane, and it's a great. And I don't even like to laugh. I don't like comedy, but I enjoy this because it's more whatchamacallit, it's more violent than it is anything. Yeah. So
yes, Eddie Gomes, Fin Fang Foom will be in Shang-Chi. He's going to be part of the Mandarin. We had that a long time ago. Any DC 5G news? The last I heard from an insider was they are not going to age up the characters, so we shall see. Contrary to what people say, I know somebody firsthand who walked into Dan DiDio's office in October and saw the plans that he had, and they were going to age up the heroes. So that caused a lot of attention within DC. Scott Snyder didn't want it. They didn't want it. The movie side didn't want the characters being old because that would ruin what they were trying to do in the DC cinematic universe. So it'll be interesting where to go from now, man. When I dropped that video, it kind of went viral, man, with other sites carrying it and kind of taking what I said and twisting it. For some reason, I said Lords of the Long Box said that DC was selling its comics to Marvel. I said, no. I said, DC has talked about outsourcing the distribution of their comics. So they didn't want AT&T doesn't want to be in the comic book business. They do want the intellectual property though, so they can continue to make movies and TV shows, right? Similar to what Marvel did in the 90s, Blade, Spider-Man, all these things, right? Movie companies are making it, and they were still making comics till the 2000s, till they were finally able to make their own movies, right? If you remember Spider-Man with Sony, Hulk with Universal, Blade with whomever made Blade, Legendary or whomever, right? Marvel wasn't making any money off this, or barely anything, but they were still making comic books on that. So when AT&T bought Time Warner, they saw the DC Comics as not being profitable. It has been less profitable even more because they've kind of truncated the amount of titles that come out every month. Thank God for them Punchline came out, because that gave a big boost of sales into the arm of DC Comics. But how long can they sustain that for? You know what I mean? You can't. Here's the reason. A lot of people say, how come they don't make new comic characters all the time? Well, they can't, because then you're just being a shill. You're just making new comic characters, right? People want to, it's not a sustained model for comic book publishing to just constantly make new characters, right? Because where are you going to put them all?
Right.
People want to see the gold standard on comics. So, but it's good that they came out with the Punchline when they did, because it really boosted their sales. Where they go from here, that's the big key. $2 super chat from Maz Electra. Thanks for the great content. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us on a Monday afternoon at 1:47 p.m.
It's only Monday into this 14 days.
79 people watching. If you guys stick along, we'll talk about traffic on the fives pretty soon here. I'm over the 5 here right now. We're looking at traffic, and it'll be the all giving show. So continue to ask questions, and while we're doing that, let's continue on this little thing that I was talking about here, which is pretty cool. Mephisto is coming, by the way. Squadron Supreme has been in development for years. It'll be a while before we see them. So whoever regurgitated that Squadron Supreme rumor, that was from a while ago. We had it on a long-term spec list, but Mephisto is coming. So we talked about Game of Thrones. Here's an interesting one. Scud, the Disposable Assassin number 18, the variant from 1997. Last year, we mentioned how incredibly rare this variant was. On October 11th, 2019, this sold for $220 raw. One copy recently sold in January of 2020 for $61. So 1 year later, went from $220 to $61. What did we learn? Rarity can hurt a book's value when a book isn't well known. So basically, nobody had ever heard of this as a variant. So sometimes when a variant is so obscure, nobody knows about it, there's supply and demand, right? Business 101. If there's no demand for it, the price won't go up. Here's another one. The Superior Spider-Man number 17, the 2099 J. Jones 150 variant. This time last year, a near-mint copy sold for $135. This is arguably one of the best Spider-Man 2099 variants. With his appearance in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film, this seemed primed for a price explosion, which it didn't. This year, only 2 copies sold, one at $81 and a recent sale of $45. Nothing has been able to touch this book's highest sale of $415 for a CTC 9.8 in June 2018. What did we learn? Rarity and a nice variant don't always move a book. We still think this has potential down the road as we get closer to a Spider-Verse 2. So basically, people were specking on this when Spider-Verse came out, and all you really got was a kind of flashback. People were thinking Spider-Man 2009 were going to come. So as Spider-Verse movie came out, the prices started to drop. So this is all about timing, folks. That's why this is a great article here on CovrPrice.com. It looks back a year. Superman Batman number 8, the Michael Turner San Diego Comic-Con Virgin variant, limited to only 1,000 copies. This is when Aspen.
I'm a huge Turner fan.
Yeah, rest in peace, Michael Turner, man.
Yeah.
We mentioned this variant last year as it suddenly jumped up in price and sold for $137 raw. This variant features reused interior art from this issue, Superman Batman number 8, by the late, great Michael Turner. Today, sales vary. However, the last raw sold in October 2009 was also the highest at $187. Strangely, CDC 9.8s only sold for $200, though those have also dried up. What's even more rare is you can find a signed copy of for Michael Turner. If you see any yellow label Michael Turners, they're out there on eBay. Snatch them up. Next up, we all know this one. Superman number 75, the Platinum variant. We chatted about this variant on our 2019 newsletter. Briefly spoke about how important its role was in the history of comics. This limited to 10,000 copies variant was considerably rare compared to the standard cover's million print run. Let me repeat that. 1992, this book had a million print run. So at 10,000 variants, that's only 10% of the issues out there were this platinum. Last year, an unbagged near mint raw copy sold for the highest ever at $299. A few months later, this book had its highest sale ever, with a CDC 9.8 selling at $745.
An unbagged, meaning it was out of that plastic bag?
Yeah, because remember all these were sealed for the
It sold for that much?
Yeah, well, they don't. Yeah, they have to take them out of the bag to grade them.
Oh no, it said near mint raw.
Yeah, a recent 9.8 sold
raw.
for 404, so prices still vary. The most recent raw copy sold for 118. What did we learn? Nostalgia books are big sellers lately. Worthless 1990 comics are seeing big spikes in price. Just as a reminder for those who were kids or just younger around the time when comics were all about big muscles, guns, pouches, terribly practical capes, suits, and big boobs, man.
Yep.
And so there you go. So it kind of, that's why it kind of cracked me up that there was a post that went viral. They said, you run out of toilet paper, don't worry. It was a comic shop that said, if you ran out of toilet paper, don't worry, we have tons of 90 books. And I was thinking, I don't know about that. 90s book. Here's what they were saying in that article. The kids like us who grew up on the 90s comics are now adults, and I would think you have disposable income. They can afford all those things. Why do you think G.I. Joes and Star Wars toys are so expensive? The people who grew up in the 70s became adults in the 80s and 90s and started collecting all these things. And that's why they're so expensive.
Yeah. We got a super chat, Tim.
Oh, shout out to Danny Donlin. So bummed I missed the auction. Really love you guys' content. Thanks, and keep it up. I'll catch the next one, fellas. Really appreciate it, Donnie. Thank you for Danny. Thank you for the $10 super chat. And then probably tomorrow or Wednesday, we'll have our CovrPrice top 10 list of the week ending March. What was yesterday? 15th. So we'll look at the top 10 selling books from last week. Here we go.
You guys really going to be on for a few hours?
No.
All right, because I was about to jump off and come back on.
All right, well, we'll see. I mean, we got two other guys that might pop on too, so you never know.
As soon as Justin comes on, then you can leave, Ryan. But until then, you're held prisoner.
Yeah. So I do have a little something to talk about as far as a collector series. Have you guys noticed in your Instagram feed or things that are going on how many more guys in our age bracket, right, in this thing, or how many sellers that we deal with are now selling graded video games?
I've noticed that, and you know what? I've got a question about that. Maybe,
go ahead.
Maybe the live chat can help me with this. I just found some old Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Okay. Now everything I see that's graded is in a box and sealed and everything like that. But do the loose cartridges hold any value? Because I've got like the gold Zelda cartridge and all that shit.
It's all about the packaging.
So it's got to be in the box.
Yeah, it's got to be in the box. It's all about the packaging. It's all they're graded on.
Yeah. Now, have any of you guys thought about dabbling in one? Like, so
no, not really.
All right. When I was a kid, I grew up too with the original Atari. That's how old I am. You know,
I'd want to play it. I wouldn't want it in a box. You know what I mean?
If there was a game that I would buy, I would actually go after the Mike Tyson Punch Out. Because I spent so many times as little Mac getting my ass kicked and not being able to finish that book.
That was an impossible game.
If I were to dabble in video games, that would be a game that I'm going to go after. And the fact that I'm actually saying
believe
this now,
like Duck Hunt and like the track and field game. Obviously, I always thought the Zelda Gold one was the most expensive. But you know, our friends at Metropolis Comics, they sell pedal heavily in graded games now, and they told me that isn't even it anymore. That used to be the gold standard for the longest time. Was the gold version of Zelda?
Yep.
If you guys remember that, and then that's not even it anymore. I mean, the reason why the Duck Hunt is such an expensive cartridge is came out before the goddamn console was sold. They were being pre-released somewhere as a marketing thing, and remember when you bought the Nintendo, Duck Hunt came part of it, right? Along with Mario Brothers. So this cartridge of Duck Hunt was sold before the actual console itself was even sold, and that's why it's such a valuable. Go check out Metropolis Comics. They on Instagram. Comic Dunes, right? Comic Dunes is his name on Instagram, and he's posting video games.
Yeah,
all the
video
time.
games. Oh my god, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
Here we go. I got
breaking
another.
news.
I got another scoop for y'all, man.
Somebody just posted a pic they won from Batman #1.
Sons of bitches. Wow. No, goodbye, man. I'm just kidding. Congratulations. Hey, Model Vault. If you know who did that, post it so we can find it and put it real time. And I'm going to find out where they live. Just kidding.
Yeah, right.
I talked about that at one time at that show, and that dude sent me a private message. Hey, man, that's not cool. I got robbed before. Remember that?
Oh my god. No.
I got breaking news for you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Yo, just got some news on the Superman and Lois show on CW. This is breaking. Doomsday will be in it.
Really? I hope they do it right. I mean, I wonder which version, but you can only do, with the budget and everything, only how much CGI you can put into it or what kind of character. So
Yeah.
They did Doomsday on Smallville with what's his name?
That.
Sam Wentworth or some shit. I forget what his name is. He does the voice of Darth Maul in Clone Wars.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, it looked like a guy in a suit, but it looked like Doomsday, I think, a little bit. Looked more like Doomsday from than the movie did.
There you go. Mark Spector says Doomsday was on Krypton too. Krypton got canceled, right? Too bad. I mean, Krypton had a really nice look to it. I think it was it looked like the budget was pretty well done. For out of the outer space. It's amazing what used to be considered big budget people can do on there now. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So, we'll just go another 3 minutes, man. We'll just an hour of your day. And you know what? Guess what? I'm working from home tomorrow too, and so is Ryan. So we may.
So is Otto.
So is Otto. So you guys may get sick of us. I wasn't kidding when I said, "Hey, we may go live every day." So look at that. We got all kinds of cool stuff. You got an auction. You got some scoops.
Yeah.
Answer your questions, and we'll do open format Q&A if we don't have any subjects. But we will have a cover.
Hell, maybe we can put together a little trivia. You can win a book or something.
Trivia.
Yeah, we can do that. But I have to Google proof the questions.
Right.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So I have some ideas that I have that pertains to comic books and movies. And we'll do that. Just think about that, and we'll give away some stuff. I got a bunch of comics here. I'll give away my torpedo box. How's that sound?
There you go.
There you go. We got a question from Danny Donald.
I'll do the same.
Danny says, "How do I bid? I want to get down, but don't know what to do, fellas." So bidding on our live auctions, is that the question? I guess. Atlas Wolf wants us to start over. Yeah, right.
Well, Danny, when we do our live auctions, you just bid for you just put in the dollar amount on what we're bidding on, and just goes back and forth to last man standing. Somebody folds.
Yeah.
Shout out to Danny Don and the hot ass girlfriend in the profile picture. You better watch out. There's a bunch of
stalkers
people
over
in here.
here.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Creepy old
stalking
man.
you, bro. Just kidding, Danny. Beautiful girlfriend you got there.
Yeah.
$50, please acknowledge me, man. Then we don't have anything for auction right now. Our auction, we typically will promote it. Atlas, no, we can't start over, bro, but you can watch it on rewind after a post.
That's right. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So did you guys hold on before we sign off? Did you guys do we have over 2,000 views on the rewind?
Yeah.
For your auction?
2,500, I think.
Crazy.
And that was 4 hours long. So I'll tell you right now.
4 hours. Oh my God.
You know what? It went by fast. Too.
Did it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it really didn't seem like that long.
Yeah.
The 3 minute
but
basement shit.
There's a reason why we don't do them all the time, because man, the next day I'm tired as hell.
And you got to ship all the stuff out, right? I mean,
I shipped mine out yesterday, actually.
Nice. I'm sure Justin did. Ryan, how'd you do?
I did well. I'm packing it up. I haven't shipped yet, but it's coming.
Says here we had 2,492 views on the live auction.
Nice.
And a lot of people commented and said, "Hey, I'm watching this on rewind." I'm like, "What? God, thanks a lot." But man, 4 hours, that's rough.
That's rough. Well, some people put on in the background or whatever.
We appreciate it. We love that
That's
views.
true. Watch
So-
it while you're driving, or just leave it playing in the
Or
background.
just, you know what? I like to think, this is how much of a weirdo I am when it comes to this stuff, what the book will go for at the end. Like that's something that, because you want to have, as collectors, you guys, we want to have an idea of what fair market value is for this book and what it goes for. So, a little game you can play up in your crazy mind like me, So Wayne LeClaire says, you guys are the shit. Thank you very much, buddy. Maybe we'll go live tomorrow in the 3 men at 8 o'clock. I'll see if Justin's around.
8 o'clock.
So,
I can
yeah,
join
maybe
that.
we'll do 8 o'clock. Jump on there. We'll talk about
later, earlier, because I'll be home all day. I'll be working from home, but
maybe we'll do 6 o'clock. I'll see what Justin's around. We'll see what he says. So
5 o'clock Eastern.
yeah,
I can do 5 o'clock Eastern.
let's do 5. Brian, you down tomorrow for 3 men?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we'll do
All
that.
right.
So check out 3 Men in the Basement. Put your name in the live chat so people can sub
Yep.
you up.
All right, there you go. I'll put it.
Sub up this ball-headed motherfucker right
That's
here.
it. We got a lot of pretty dudes. We got Dave in the cave with us now. So 3 men in the basement's really having a good
What
time.
was that movie? You pretty motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right.
So Wesley Snipes said that to somebody. You pretty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, Brick Hunter. Shout out to Brick Hunter.
Yeah.
Big Lego channel.
I started watching that Lego Masters on.
How
what
is
was
it?
Fox. It's awesome actually. I really enjoy it. They build some cool shit and then they break it, or they
tomorrow or tonight or whenever we'll give you our streaming recommendations while you're quarantined at home. Obviously, maybe you guys also make recommendations as what to read. After a while though, you get tired. Like me, I can only read comics for so long. I can't read comics all day long.
Right.
I got some good stuff I've been reading.
Yeah, I need to take a break. So yesterday started watching McMillions. That shit is crazy.
What's that about? Talk to me.
It's about remember the McDonald's Monopoly game?
Yes.
It was fucking rigged by the mob. Crazy. You gotta watch it because they interview the mob guys' family members. They interview the FBI agents, and these guys are real people. They're like bigger than life the way they talk, and it's just amazing the sting operations and everything set up on like the 3rd or 4th episode now. But go check it out. I think it's 6 episodes altogether. It's called McMillions on HBO. So it's pretty entertaining, man. I was like, I couldn't stop watching. I was like, I can't believe this. They were talking about, the McDonald's Monopoly thing, and you can get one piece that got you $1 million. And somebody called the FBI and said, hey, man, I know 3 winners of the McDonald's Monopoly game, and they're all related. And they started doing the math. The chances of that happening were like 1 in 800 trillion of that happening, or 3 family members got it. So,
wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting, man. So I was enjoying it. But
That's cool.
hey, it's 2 o'clock. Thanks for all for joining us. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. And yeah, man, we'll probably come back tomorrow, either on this channel or 3 Men or both.
Yeah.
If it's early enough, because I'm working from home and I'm bored. I just want to wrap with you all. If you guys have any questions, anything you guys want us to talk about, leave a comment once the video posts so we can see it. And then we'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Thank you very much for watching.
Bust it. Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.